Good morning! I'm going to make a delicious rhubarb and crystallized ginger steam pudding today. Mother's Day is tomorrow, so it's a perfect pudding for Mother's Day. I'm making it in my brand new Smeg Portofino cooker, which has the most amazing inbuilt steamer oven in it, but I'm also going to show you how to make it if you don't have an inbuilt steamer. So the first thing we're going to do is trim up this beautiful rhubarb, which is in season. Well, the forced rhubarb is in season, so just trim the ends of it, and then we're going to chop it up into little 2-inch pieces. So look at the colour of it, isn't that so beautiful? So pieces about this size, like that. So let's get all those chopped up. My rhubarb is all prepped up, and I'm putting half of it aside, which I'm going to pop into a saucepan with some orange zest, juice and caster sugar. I'm going to cook that down, and I'm going to serve that up with the pudding at the end, which will be delicious. I've got a pudding basin. This is a 2-pint one, and I have buttered it with softened butter. And then I get the rest of the rhubarb here, and I pop that on the base, like so. Probably a bit too much. There we go, that much there, like that. And then I'm going to make the batter for the pudding and pour it over it. But before that, I'm putting a little bit of golden syrup over it, like so. About 2 spoons, like that. And just drizzle it all around. Give it a good mix around, and then just squish it all down again. It's a bit of a sticky business. Pop that to the side. Now I'm going to whisk up my eggs, my softened butter, vanilla seeds. So I've split the pod, and I'm going to scrape out the seeds. I'm going to whisk all those together, and the caster sugar. I need this bowl, so sorry rhubarb. So 2 eggs, and there you go, lovely eggs from our farm, and in goes the butter. So this is softened, but I'm going to take little pieces out like that because it'll make it easier to whisk it up, like so. And then I've got my caster sugar, which I'm sprinkling in, like that. And then lastly then is my vanilla pod. And then using a little teaspoon, so I've split the vanilla pod all the way down, and then using a little teaspoon, you just scrape all the pods out like that. Like that, and then they go into the bowl and get a little bit more. Like that. And then with your pod, don't throw it out. Pop it into a jar with some caster sugar, give it a good shake, label it vanilla caster sugar, and then you won't have to do that again. You can just use the caster sugar that's infused. There's a little bit more in here, I can't bear it. I've got to get it out. Okay, that's it. Now we're just going to whisk all these guys together. Oh, a bit fast. So the butter and the caster sugar and the eggs and the vanilla pod are all creamed together, well whisked. And I'm finishing off zesting in my lemon. The smells here are so good right now. Lemon and the crystallized ginger are giving me a lot of life. Okay, that's the lemon. Sorry, I know a lot of you don't like that sound. I get that a lot on the DMs. Sorry about that. I've got my crystallized ginger all chopped up into tiny little pieces. You can get them in every good store and most supermarkets. Okay, so pop that in. A little splash of milk, 50 mils, just about that much. And then self-raising flour, because I'm not putting any raising agent in here. So that goes in here, like that. At this stage, you could just fold it in, or you just use your whisks to move it all around like that, which is fine. I feel like if I turned on the whisk, the flour would go all over my face. I'm not risking that on camera today, folks. Let me just do it in case. Actually, it's fine. Okay, so we're just, and that's the last of it then. That's all you need to put in here. And then this is going to go on top of the rhubarb, and then we're going to steam it up. And that's it. Pretty much. So get your basin where you've put the rhubarb in the base with the golden syrup. Mix this around, and then we're just going to pour it all in on top. The little blobs that you see there, are the crystallized ginger. And what is so lovely when you're having the pudding, and why it's so nice in there, is, you know, you have that gorgeous kind of silky, spongy pudding and the rhubarb, and then you get these bites of sugary ginger, which is heaven. Okay, so I've cleaned up all my mess, and now I'm going to cover it with parchment paper so that it steams. So I cut out a square, and then what you want to do then is tuck it all around the basin like that, and then get a butcher string and give yourself a nice bit of length so you don't run out of string. And we're going to create a handle. So what you want to do is get the string right down under the rim, pull it all the way around, and then you want the strings to be kind of the same length on the other side. Give it a really tight knot like this. Let me turn it around this way so you can see it. So a really tight knot, okay, and then keep your finger in there, and then make the other knot. Change fingers and get it right down like that, so it's nice and tight. And then you want to create the handle. So what you do is you get your two pieces like that, bring them right over to this side, and then tuck them under the rim of string like that. You can see that. And then what you want to do then is make a knot with this, nice and tight. And that's lovely and tight like that. And then just to be extra safe, I'm going to tie them again on this side like this, just a quick double knot like so. Always tricky to get that last little knot. There we go. Boom. Okay, done. And I've got a lovely handle. So when you're putting it into your saucepan or you're putting it into your steam oven, you don't have to touch it. You can just take it out like this. So next on to the steaming. I'm going to do it in my steam oven, and then I'm going to also show you how you do it in a saucepan. Introducing my Portofino cooker, which has amazing functions. It's got a teppanyaki hot plate, it's got an induction hob, it's got your gas rings, it's got 2 ovens and lots of functions within the oven. It's got a temperature probe thing where you can check the temperature as you're roasting, and then the steam oven, which is in here, which I'm going to do my pudding in, is absolutely fantastic. So if you are looking for a new cooker, I would highly recommend this one. It is amazing. So on with the steaming. So in here, at the base, there's a little rack which you take off the top here, and then you get your water and pour your water into the little basin like that. There it goes. And then just put the top on. It's as simple as this. And then I'm going to get a baking tray. Goes in like this. And then my pudding on top. And then I close the door. And then I just simply go over to the steam symbol, put it on for my temperature, which is 200 degrees. And in an hour, my pudding will be steamed. But if you don't have a steam oven like this, what you do is you get a saucepan or a casserole dish, fill it up to about 2/3 of water up to the basin, pop the lid on, and then you just cook it for an hour and a half like that. And keep the water topped up in case it all evaporates. See you when it's cooked. So while the pudding is steaming, I am getting the other rhubarb that I popped to the side into a saucepan, good sprinkle of sugar, and then the zest and juice of 1 orange, and then I'm going to cook this over a medium heat for 10 minutes. You see, this why the handle is so important. So turn it over and then let it sit for 5 minutes. And then hopefully it'll all come up and look magical.